Hello, everybody. Good evening from Nigeria. Yes, Lagos, Nigeria, to be precise. Welcome to our final session of the wellness series. We've been talking about wellness for the past 4 weeks. Yeah, this is the fourth week. And we're rounding it off with mindful thinking when it comes to our wellness. So if you're here, please, I'm seeing you here already and I'm waving at you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you in Alaska or Antarctica? Please just put it in the chat. Let me know where you are. Me, I am in Lagos, Nigeria. That's where I am tuned in from. Let me know where you're tuning in. I'm seeing everyone. Mashallah, Tools, Love. Hello. Welcome. Or waiting for our guest. Her name is Mofolu Sade, and she is what do I call her? She's a yoga enthusiast. And I know if you know what yoga is all about tuning off your mind and being present and calm. So she's going to come and share with us how that is important with our welfare and how we'll take care of ourselves. Like I said, please let me know where you're tuning in from. Me, I did for Niger in Lagos. Let me know in the chat box where you're tuning in from. Hello. I'm waving at everyone that has tuned in. Meanwhile, let me wait. Hey, Willie, I see you. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Please, let's make this thing very lively. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Where are you tuning in from? Let us know while we wait for our guests to join us. Like I said, for the past 4 weeks, we have been talking about wellness. And wellness has to do with what we eat. We had a session for nutrition, and we also had a session for how to travel. Traveling is not just luxury, it also helps with our wellness. We also had someone come teach us about cervical cancer and why it's important to take care of our bodies as women. There's also one for men, prostate cancer. I'm sure that we are awareness for that one. But for now, this is the ones we had. So if you're tuned in, please let me know where you're coming in from. I see you, Mofolu Sade. Please request to join. Mofolu Sade, please request to join so that we can kick off. And like I said, yoga, I did. Yoga is good for us. It's good for our well-being. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Please share with me in the chat box while we wait for Mofolu Sade to join us for our final session of the wellness series. Mofolu Sade, please send a request. I see you. Hey, Chedi. I see you. Okay, Mofolu Sade, please just request because I can't see your requests. All right, hold on. I think I've seen it now. Hold on. Let me try and... Everyone that's tuned in, I will soon start shortly. Okay, Chedi says she joined from Amsterdam. Thank you. Hey, Tolu, how are you? Mofolu Sade.
Thank you.
Hey, baby. How you doing? You have to pardon us. Mofolu Sade is my girl, so we'll try and behave ourselves, but
By the
we
grace
are
of
here
God.
to talk about wellness. So welcome everyone. Welcome. Mofolu Sade, so let's kick off. This is already 8:01.
Yes.
Let's make this work. So welcome on board. Thank you for joining us for our wellness series. We've done 4 weeks. This is the final week, and I like that we're wrapping it up with mindfulness, our mind and wellness.
Yes.
So please introduce yourself to our beautiful guests here. Let us know more about you.
Okay, hello everyone. It's great to be here. My name is Mofolu Sade Shonaike, aka the Kick-Ass Mom. In fact, I have many AKAs. Mompreneur, Kick-Ass Mom, because I'm all about, so I'm all about, I'm a cheerleader for moms. I'm all about living your life to the fullest. So generally, everybody needs that thing. So whether you're a mom or not, whether you're female or not, moms, dads, every human being needs to live life, to the fullest. Needs to be, yes, quality over quantity. So that's one of the things I stand for, to ensure that you're living the life that you truly deserve and that you're truly happy. And that's one of it. So I run a community for moms called the Kick-Ass Mom community, where we, try to develop, we focus on personal development and use all of these tools that I'll be talking about today to help us live better lives.
Awesome. By the way, guys, let me proudly say I'm one of the Kick-Ass Mom community. So it's my honor to be interviewing my mama here. I call her Iya Meta. She has 3 boys, 3 beautiful boys. So I call her Iya Meta, but we know her as mompreneur and also as a Kick-Ass mama. So mama, let's go straight to the point now. We're talking about mindfulness, about mind and wellness. Now, can you define what mindfulness means? What's being mindful? And why is it important to our wellness?
Right. So it's very simple. So mindfulness is really living in the moment, awareness, being aware. Many of us live our lives like zombies, right? We're just waltzing through life. You don't even know when you are eating. You can't even feel the taste of the food. You don't even know what's happening. You're raising children or whatever. You're not experiencing life. If you understand what I mean. So mindfulness is about presence, about observing without judgment, without bias. Because another thing is, it's a stressor when you are living your life in a way where you want to perfect everything. You want to control everything. But control is a mirage. The more you try to control, the more you lose that control. So it's best to get to that point where you realize, you know what, I can't control anything. God is the true controller of all, and then you live your life in surrender. So mindfulness is about just living in the moment without judgment, without bias.
Living in the moment, without judgment, and without bias. I like that. So why is it important to our wellness?
Yes, so it's very important when we talk about wellness. In fact, 90% of disease and ailments, whether mental, physical, or whatever, are induced by stress. Stress is the main source. And trust me, many people in Nigeria are stressed. Do you understand?
It's the whole world.
Well,
it's the whole world, because as I'm watching CNN every day, there's no good news.
I know, right?
Really what I'm hearing.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Many humans in the world today are stressed. And, the thing about stress is, it's usually all in the mind. You can only control what is inside. You can only control what's going on inside. You can't control what is outside. But many times it also takes us back to that illusion of control. We feel we can, so you are there worrying and rocking a chair, but it's not changing anything. It's only affecting you, bringing disease to you, and just making you miserable. So mindfulness is interconnected with wellness. Wellness is about, living your whole body, your whole being, being whole. And you cannot be whole, yes, if you are allowing all these stressors to control your life and induce all sorts of hormones and problems in your life.
I like that. Living in the moment. The mindfulness is living in the moment without judgment and without bias. I love the way you described that, because most of us like to, we judge ourselves, or allow people to judge us of the way we think and where our mind is thinking, especially internally, when we're thinking of, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Well, I had that happen to me earlier this year when I had to sit down and I was like, Nene, you didn't do this. Nene, you didn't do that. Why did you do this? And I started getting stressed. My face turned black because I was stressful inside here.
You see, that thing is connected. That's thing about wellness. Do you know that you see that people who live mindfully, who live in the moment, they have this peace. They exude peace, and it shows all over their body. It shows your skin will glow. You see, if you're not in a good place, if you like buy 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 naira cream, it will not work because your inside is not okay.
Yes.
Right? So it's connected. Yes.
I like that. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Now, you talked about if you're not taking care of yourself, you can definitely, if your body's not good, your inside is not good. Now, I know that one of the things that happened to you in 2019 is that you went on a self-rediscovery journey. All right? And that's kind of what you hear. So tell us more about how what got you to that point that you say, okay, I want to go and rediscover myself. And how did it lead to the wellness path that you're now practicing?
I'm trying to see how, when I thought, I was trying to think of how I'm going to summarize this thing into a few minutes, because it was a very long journey. So,
go ahead.
Right. So, of course, I will start from my entrepreneurial journey. Nothing prepares you in this world for entrepreneurship. My people, I like to be practical. I will not give you, nothing prepares you for entrepreneurship. Someone says, okay, how can we stop? Somebody's asking a question, how can we stop ourselves in the moment and bring our minds to calmness? I will address that immediately after this. I have a list of things you can do to slow yourself down. So, I became an entrepreneur. I left the corporate sector in 2010 and became an entrepreneur. And it was just, roller coaster from there. Yeah, running helter-skelter. Initially, there was the passion. I was like, yes, I can do this. There was excitement. So for the first 2 years, I was enjoying it. By the third year, I was still enjoying it because I still had some of my savings from my job that I left. Right? So by the third year, I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Who sent me? And then you enter into this sort of autopilot mode where you're just like, you're trying to survive. Your head is underwater and you can't breathe. You understand what I'm trying to say? You're struggling, constantly struggling. Constantly struggling is mental. It's mental. So towards the end of 2019, that was when COVID started, right? And then we went into full-blown COVID in 2020. And we were forced for the first time, the whole world was forced for the first time to stop. I'm a very, very restless person. I'm the kind of person who used to believe that you have to be doing something. I know we are in the same WhatsApp group. I've left that WhatsApp group.
Everybody.
I was that kind of person who was of the school of thought that you just always have to be doing something, whether it's productive or not.
Yeah.
Whether it's bringing joy to you or not. This year I have to be doing something. What are you doing? What are you doing? But for the first time, COVID came and we had to stop. And now it makes you think. So I got to this point where I was just at home and I was now getting depressed because there was no activity. And I started reviewing it, that all this activity that I was even doing up and down, what was it even bringing me? For the first time I now started thinking, and look at me. Oh God. I would like to be are we allowed to be vulnerable on this live, please?
Why do you think I brought you here? Girl,
okay, thank you. So I was a light-skinned girl. I was born a light-skinned girl. If you see my pictures between 2017, 2019, I had become fat, blacky. I'm not, they always say don't fat him, but that was it. I was beside myself. I couldn't recognize myself. It's like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Who is this person? And then when I realized that, something is wrong, I have to. So first of all, I got angry with that state because for the first time, I was forced to see myself. I stopped and I could see myself, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like it. So in terms of my prayer life, everything, I realized I was just coasting. I was just coasting through life. I wasn't enjoying anything. So I started with taking walks. And I used to listen to I listened to a lot of Oprah Super Soul Conversations. God, I listened to everything. I'm sure I listened to every single episode of that. And every time I listened to it, they would talk about, when she asked people about, her masterclass in particular, she would ask successful people that, how do you stay grounded? How do you keep it together? Two things they would always mention: exercise, meditation. exercise, meditation. I'm like, what is this meditation? And as much as in the Bible, as Christian, I grew up, in a Christian home. They were always, we will craft all these Bible verses down. Meditate on the word of God day and night. Meditate. We just used to say it's cliche. I never really understood what meditation was. I thought it would just be, okay, you are reading a passage, read it and read it and read it, stare, think. I didn't understand what meditation was. So that was how the journey started. That was what made me start to say, you know what, I'm stepping back. I now stopped all activities. I'm only going to do the things that are making me feel good inside. I mean, once you hit 42, that time 2020, I was pushing 42. By 42nd, but I'm like, look, at this age, if I'm not doing something for me, what's the point? I don't want to be doing stuff for the gram. I don't want to be doing stuff for applause. I don't want to be doing stuff for people to say, oh, she's doing well. No. Leave all of that. I dumped everything and I started to learn yoga and meditation. And that was how everything started. Nena, I will not lie to you. My life changed. I tell people I practiced yoga every blessed day during that COVID lockdown. During that COVID lockdown, I told myself I would do 5 to 6 p.m. every day. And I just had a YouTube teacher. It's not as if I was going anywhere, but every day. And I tell people that was the first time I was committed to something for me. I had never. So it taught me discipline. It transformed my life. And that was how the whole journey started.
Please, guys, if you got some for what you God said now, put it in the comment. I mean, I like what you said. You got angry with yourself.
Yes,
but sometimes we need to get to that point where we are angry with something. And I understand, because I remember last year, within October, December, I had a project I was doing and it didn't turn out well. It didn't turn out well at all. They paid me in millions and they were not happy with the job. I had to find a way. So during that period, I was stressed because I just finished another project. I was trying to finish this one. I was stressed. I was like, even the money that they gave me to the project, I didn't enjoy it. I
can relate.
I turned. See, when I said that,
when you are light skinned, do you know when you are feeling bad inside, it will show your countenance. Everything will be affected.
Everywhere.
I know.
You're black here and your body here is fair.
I know.
I was black.
I can relate.
And I was like, who is this? Like, is this me? I said, nah. I was angry. I looked for I'm a natural person. I don't like using any artificial stuff. So if I'm going to use anything that will make me look good, it has to be natural. I said, Mommy, come on, Mama, you get that your black soap where they use. I know I used to use it before. She got me the black soap. And by the time I started getting angry, I diligently took care of my body. Then I decided this exercise is good for hours when they walk. I am going to go to the gym. I'm going to get a coach. So early this year, January, I paid for gym 3 months. I got myself a trainer so that at least I'm going there. I'm not just using machine for machine's sake. I went there Monday to Friday. This is go. And the thing now, January and now, I can see the difference. Absolutely. I feel more. I still feel more. I love my body more. It hasn't gotten there. Yes. I'm now more gentle with myself. In my mind, I'm excited to go to gym. I don't like gym. I like this, but I'm excited. And I can see the changes in my life. So I understand where you're coming from. You first have to be angry. Yes. After being angry, you now have to make that choice that you want to change. And that change, it has to be for you, not for anybody else. If you're trying to lose weight for people, you're not going to lose that weight. If you're trying to do something to make yourself better, it has to be for you. So I like that. Angry first, be angry, make the actions, and make sure the actions you're making is for you, not for anybody else.
You don't give us fire IWD photos.
Now, trust me, give you fire.
Yeah, this is a holy anger. Holy
anger. So I like that. I like that you. I'm also not a fan of. I'm not really a fan of podcasts, but I've come to learn that there are some podcasts that are very, very helpful. So if you're going for your walk, you can listen to this podcast that will help you. I know that there's so much we can do, but it takes the baby step and the decision to at least do one or two things.
Absolutely.
I know we're going to get there. I know I'm part of your community where we're trying to have our challenge where we do every month.
Yes.
Sometimes, at the end of the day, you say, at least do one out of these 7 things a day. Because that's just
Let
one
me say,
thing
my own
for your
anger is not
mind.
translating to weight loss. We'll get there.
We get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, so wrap this up. I love what you said about getting angry. I'm going to say this again, guys. Get angry first. Decide what you want to do for yourself and make sure you do it for you. Now, the next question is this. Now, tell us more about this mindfulness program. Like I said, the part of the Kick-Ass Mom. I know you have this challenge you do every quarter. Tell us more about it. The Mindful Wellness Program. Why did you start it? What made you start it, and why did you get this Kick-Ass Mom community to start doing this program?
Okay. So this question would also answer the question that someone asked about. Yes, Nichedo asked about how to practice mindfulness. So the Kick-Ass Mom Challenge started in 2021. 2020, I spent the whole of 2020, 2021 just renewing myself, becoming a new person and all that. So end of 2021 into 2022, I was like, 2022, this is the year we consolidate. We're transforming fully. We're not going back to where we were. This is becoming a lifestyle. I am continuing. And I was like, I needed something like, what I needed was I needed an accountability group where if we're all with the same energy, the same type of, mindset and all that, it would help us and keep. So I tell people it was a selfish reason. It was not all that altruistic, okay? I wanted to help myself. Right? So I looked for other women. I know that there might be some men here, but I know that this happens to women a lot. Sorry, because we carry a lot of load, So I was like, there'll be other mothers who are at that point where they're like, I'm not, what am I living for? I'm not living for myself. I'm not achieving. So, hey, come. We're doing this thing where we want to get a grip of ourselves. We want to smash, it's not just about goals, but we want to transform our lives. We want to live happy. Because a lot of people are not even truly happy. They're constantly thinking about what they've not done or what they didn't do well. They are never living in the moment. So I decided, let's start this, call it the Kick-Ass Mom Challenge, 21 days. What they say, it takes 21 days to form a habit. If we can consistently show up for 21 days, whatever it is you want to commit to, just commit to it. And we are following up with each other for 21 days. By the end of the 21-day challenge, we know that we have at least one thing will stand and stick with us and become a lifestyle. So that was how it started. And the first one was just mind-blowing.
How has it been so far? How has it been so far? And why would you recommend that? Now, like you said, we both have both male here, guys are here too. So you women have come again. Let me hold eyes for them. How can they decide? How can they decide? Okay, you don't have to join the Kick-Ass Mom, but how would you encourage people to say, okay, fine, task and accountability group is just you and somebody. So can you just go ahead and share?
Yeah. So I'll just tie this into how you can practice mindfulness. What we do on the 21-day challenge group. So one of the core tenets, or one of the main things that we practice there is, first of all, meditation. A lot of people, like I was saying earlier, do not understand what meditation is. We've read the Bible, we have heard it everywhere. We've never really practiced it. So meditation is really about stillness. There's this Bible verse that now I understand it better because I practice meditation, where it says, "Be still and know that I am God." You see, there are many.
That's my term for this year. This year, that's my theme for the year. Be still, I know that I am God. It's hard though.
If you break it down, be still and know. So knowing comes after stillness. But a lot of us are just activity. So you are building and building and building on something that at the end of the day, one day you're just going to have everything's just going to break down and fall like a pack of cards, because you're not coming from a place of knowledge. You're not acting from a place of knowledge. So meditation helps you. So meditation is really about being still. And sometimes some people mistake it for, you have to sit down and concentrate. Meditation is simply the art of doing nothing. As simple as it sounds, ladies and gentlemen, it is one of the most difficult things ever. It is because we are humans, that we are especially high achievers, because we always feel like, I need to be doing something. But just sit down and do nothing. So for me, I would tell you the first time, the first time I attempted meditation, I did 3 minutes. And that 3 minutes was like the longest 3 minutes of my life. I was like, what is going on? This alarm hasn't gone off. You mean 3 minutes has not? What? And then your mind is racing. Suddenly you realize that your head is a machine that does not rest, because all sorts of thoughts will just start coming and coming. And the trick to managing those things, I love determination of African women. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. You see, so when all these thoughts are coming and coming, we think that, oh, I will concentrate and push out the thoughts and do this. You know, that's one thing I said at the beginning. The definition of mindfulness is living in the moment without judgment or bias. So it's not about so it's about becoming an observer in your life. So you sit down, the thoughts are coming, let them come. They will come. You do not participate or interact with the thoughts, and they go. They come and they go. After a while, they realize that this person is not even interested in. This person not even send us. And they just fade. They fade. And so you start with 3 minutes, increase to 5 minutes. That's the way to train your mind to become conscious. In fact, sometimes when you sit still that you realize you are so full of maybe bitterness, because the kind of thoughts that are coming, you're like, oh my God, who is this person? Or you realize that you're full of anxiety, because all these things are coming. All meditation makes you aware, and you realize, you know, who you really are. You come face to face with yourself, and then you just are, you know, you can now determine that, okay, I need to do better. I need to live better. I need to replace these things with, you know, better thoughts. And that is where affirmations come in, right? So you have affirmations that we listen to over and over and over again. The Bible also says that faith comes by what? By hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So something that you hear, something that you hear repeatedly, what you listen to matters, because that's what feeds your mind. You see, we have different layers. We have different layers in our life of our mind. You have the conscious layer, you have the subconscious, you have the superconscious. A lot of times, many of the things that really controls the outcomes of your life are in your subconscious. Yep. They're in your subconscious. Oh, yeah. So what you fed, yes. So you think that, oh, it doesn't matter, because you see some people, they are really brilliant. They are working hard. They're putting in all the effort. But they're not getting any results. Why? Because their subconscious programming is not aligned with all of that thing they're doing. They will not get results. I'm sorry. So you need to fix you first. What kinds of things are you listening to? And the most important thing is your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself? So when you sit down, how different is meditation or mindfulness from yoga? They are connected.
Don't worry, I'm answering all the questions. Don't worry, I'm answering all those questions.
Okay, awesome. So we'll take it at the end. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So, I mean, so your self-talk, some of us, your inner critic is so loud and so negative. You are constantly berating yourself. You are constantly, you know, telling yourself, oh, you can't do it. Oh, how so stupid of me. Oh, what a, you think it doesn't matter, but your subconscious is listening. Your subconscious cannot separate a joke or a whatever, a flimsy comment from reality. Yeah. It just says, oh, what a stupid person. I'm so stupid. Yes, let's program that and work with that. Oh, how can I'm so dumb. Look at me, I'm just fat. And I mean, we can tie it to that weight loss thing. If you don't love yourself, if all your self-talk is about how you're shaming yourself for being fat, all this, that, no matter how much you exercise and try to, you will not lose weight. You will not. It's a mind thing. So, yeah, it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. So meditation, deep breathing is another way where you can practice mindfulness. Walking in nature. Someone says she feels attacked. Walking in nature.
You have to learn, please. Don't feel attacked.
Don't worry, but we've all been there. We've all been there. I was vulnerable earlier. I told them
the truth about in that process.
Exactly. Exactly. And enjoy it. So soaking in nature. Soaking in nature. Even when you're having a bath, mindfulness, just bath, you know, slowly. Scrub your body. Appreciate your body. Not out because you're thinking, oh, I need to be here. And all activity people, it's all activity that will not bring results. Calm down. Calm down.
I thought you're laughing because I know I see myself.
Yeah, so I'm just listening again. So I've said deep breathing, meditation,
walking in nature,
just enjoying experiences, walking in nature. Take a walk, look at the sky, look at the leaves. Nothing is, I mean, even God says it that you should observe them. They don't know what they're going. They're not there thinking about what am I going to eat tomorrow. But they are growing. They are blooming and blossoming. You know, with that, and you are here giving yourself gray hair, thinking that you control everything when you control nothing. Absolutely.
Okay. So let me wrap up what you just said now. You said mindfulness program. You talk about meditation. Yes. And meditation is about being still. It's being still and know. And when you mean being still, I'm giving a recap for those who are just joining. When you mean being still, it is settle down, do nothing, and learn. It's not about just doing nothing, it's about processing your mind. Observing. You're observing your inner self, especially to understand kind of who you are. Right? Then you said meditation is about, it makes you aware of yourself. You come face to face with who you really are. And when you know who you really are, you're ready to think. You're ready to get angry, and you're ready to take the action. Then another thing, you said affirmation. Yes. I can agree. During that COVID period, you know, we were all stuck inside the house. Energy body, I thought I had to say one thing. I had to do a lot of meditation. And I had like one meditation that used to remind me, I am good. I am perfect. I am this. And I would recap even when I don't feel like it. Because I'm saying it, I start seeing it in myself. Gradually, I start practicing it. Every day I was listening to it. If I look at get that thing back home. I lost it in my older phone. Every morning I'll play. I am this. I am perfect. I am walking in my this thing. And it really helps. Yes. So affirmations. When you listen, what you listen to matter. Yes. And it feeds your mind. All right? Then you said it also fixes you because you have to talk to yourself. You're talking to yourself and your subconscious is listening. And when your subconscious is listening, it's the thing to tell yourself and your subconscious will take. If you say, I am fat, you will be seeing fat woman. You'll be seeing a fat man. If you say, I am ugly, you'll be seeing an ugly person. And you continue to look ugly even when people tell you you're beautiful. If you're eating one food that is delicious, you say it's not sweet. Even though that food is sweet, because you said it's not sweet, it will not taste sweet to you. So your subconscious mind is very important. You have to be careful what you say and how you say it yourself. Then you also talk about deep breathing. It didn't expatiate on that deep breathing, but I tried that deep breathing, man. It can make you sleep if you're not careful. Like literally, because you are concentrating on breathing, like and if you really stick to it, you find that it's helping your body, your system, everything, your mind. Regulate your emotions. You're going through your emotions and it's actually relaxing your body. So deep breathing is one. Concerning deep breathing, I just wanted to quickly say that you notice that when you're angry, your breath becomes fast. When you are afraid, so your breath. I mean, so if you think about it, if you want to regulate your emotion, change your breathing pattern. So rather than reacting when your breath, when it's in this thing, just breathe, and it will shift your mood. It will shift your emotion. That's the fastest way to quickly fix anxiety. During her pregnancy and delivery. Awesome. That's another thing. Awesome. Yes. And then you said walking in nature. Oh Lord. At the moment I'm planning, remember I told you I'm planning a solo retreat where I will just go myself, sit down, and I'm going to be around nature. I mean, where I'm going to is nature bound because I know that there's a beautiful aura that nature gives to you. Being around the stream, around trees, your breathing is better, your body is better. That's why people that live in the village, they are stronger than us. Absolutely. They are breathing with air, not like the air we're breathing in. Absolutely. So walking in nature. I know there are other things because if you check your bio, I know you talk about water therapy, healthy
Yes.
nutrition,
Yes.
time management. There's so much about when you talk about your mindfulness.
Yes.
Now, going to that, I remember you said when I spoke to you, I shared your bio. You went for a program, right,
Yes.
in 2019. That's the Act Living
Out of,
Foundation Center in Lagos. All right, but
yes.
not yet
Yes.
my time demo. But I want you to share because when you told me about that thing, I was like, wow, there's someone like that in Lagos where I can go and meditate. It's mad, buzzy,
Yeah.
crazy, beautiful Lagos. There's a place like I gotta sit down and just be calm.
Okay.
Please share
So,
more on that.
yeah, you know, the beauty of this life is there's a quote that just comes to mind now when it says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. It's so funny how the moment you decide, I'm on this journey, I'm on this path, I want to learn, suddenly you start to see these things. So I just started my meditation journey then, and I saw a flyer that, oh, there was an event by Happiness Center for meditation. I'm like, meditation? Here I come. Yes, Happiness Center, because they are all about spreading happiness.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it starts from you being able to control what is inside and not focusing on what is outside, right? Because you can't control it, right? So it started with so they have different programs. The Happiness Center is in VI. They have different programs. They have a happiness course, which is a meditation course, which is a foundation. And then there's the advanced. I was just going. I did the foundation course, and then I did the advanced course. So the advanced course is a silence program where you are in that place and you are silent for 3 days. And when it's silent, it's shut down. No technology, no news, no nothing. No, for the first, I thought I thought I was going to go mad. You know, but by the time my journal was like 20 pages, because it was just me alone with my thoughts. And I was just writing it. And I was just like, this Friday, you gossip a lot with yourself, Sha. You are looking at, just when you realize that every time you see somebody, you have biases. You are judging them. That is what you are spending.
Did I find out that by yourself?
Oh my God, I was like, oh, Shadi, you're quite a gossip. Oh my goodness. But also, it was so refreshing because no phones, no TV, no nothing. All we were doing was meditate.
No beautiful children, no spouse.
I know,
no friends, no
just you.
Just you, yourself, and Holy Spirit.
It was amazing. It was amazing. How
did this process, apart from what was the main thing, Mofolusha, that you took from that program that helped you with your wellness? What was the main thing?
For me, I came out with this mantra that everything can wait. Nothing in this life is urgent. Nena, nothing in this life is urgent. I came home, my house had not fallen apart. The boys were okay. They are not dead. All the people that were trying to reach me, by the time I put on my phone, I was like, oh, I was not available. Sorry, they did not die. So I think for me, that was the biggest aha moment. Yeah. I came out from that 3 days, I was like, nothing is urgent. Are you killing yourself? Nobody died. So in fact, I've made it a mental, I made a mental note then that I will once in a quarter, I will just unplug. People will looking for me, you will not find me. I will unplug alone with my God and myself. Then I come back again. And you know what? I came out energized because you have cleansed yourself from all the negative energy. You've cleansed yourself from all the things. I mean, I think people even need it now, especially election season. Election season, everybody's like, analyze everybody's looking for who to, and I'm not ready to analyze anything with you. Please go and sit down. All I know is that no matter which direction Nigeria takes, I will thrive. Period. Period. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. I will do my part, but I will not focus on things that I cannot control.
In fact, I like that thing you said. You will do your part, but you will focus on things you cannot control. And in fact, let me be shameless. My husband is my newscaster. I don't listen to news because I found that when I listen to news, my whole day is messed up. What I mean messed
I
up,
get
you start remembering all the
you.
things. Maybe somebody died, you get that, you
Yeah.
get this one. So the only reason why I think I'll come here, I mean, see something popping up on my social media, I'll go to social media, I'll say something. I mean, come and give me summary. What's going on? Like, what's going on?
It's
Because
better.
I'm so intentional now
better.
about what I am seeing and listening.
We have
But
to
I like what you said about you have to
ourselves.
protect. In fact, what did the chemist just say? They say nothing is urgent.
Nothing is
You have to
urgent.
protect yourself. You have to
Nothing is
make sure that
urgent.
everything
Because
about
God forbid somebody drops dead today, the world will not stop. The world
people are dying.
will not
I
stop.
risk
Your children will
early
eat.
this year,
Your
my mate,
husband will eat.
let me tell
Maybe they won't eat for
you,
one day
early this
because they are
year,
crying. The next day they will eat.
this year, somebody in her 30s died. She was a parent of my child. Children go to my kids' school. She just slumped and died. My age mate.
And
I
that's
went for her
happening
burial. But I mean, I was looking at people that were there crying for her, and I'm like, this can't be me. She's my mate, two beautiful children, go to the same school with my kids. Now they don't have a mother because she was stressed. It's just stress induced. She dropped and died. So sometimes we have to make sure that we are careful with what we allow ourselves to see. I remember when I lost my phone. I went for an event. I lost my phone for almost 4 days. I didn't have phone. See, by the time I got back my phone, there was nothing urgent. If you really want to reach out to me, it's either you look for my husband's number or look for my sister's number. Those are people I'm very close to, or some of my very close friends, and you find me. Last time, so you need that. And I like this program
during my silence retreat, those who are struggling and really, really wanted to reach me called my husband, called my sister. So they just said, so anybody who needs to reach me will have my number, my husband or my sister's number. So anybody who doesn't, then they don't need to, man. Forget it.
All right. So before we now go to the questions, because I have 2 questions here.
Okay.
As a wife, as a mother of 3 handsome sons, what would you advise busy parents and even individuals who are not married but they're always very busy, right? How would you advise them to start practicing mindfulness in their lives?
So first of all, I'll pick on the word busy. You see, a lot of times stress comes from when you're doing things that are not things you don't love. Please, I mean, many of us are over 30. Once you're over 35, you have no business doing something that doesn't.
Why do you say that age? Why do you say that age? Why can't it be lower?
Even lower. Okay, even lower. I'm just thinking that, lower, they have the threshold, they still have all the excess energy and all that. But I'm just saying, by the time you hit that age, it should dawn on you that, you know what, enough is enough. It's time for me to start living for me. Because when you're doing what you love, you may be busy. Because people always, people that see my status and be like, you're always busy, Mom. How do you do it? Yeah, but I'm not stressed. Because everything I'm doing, I want to do. I enjoy it. I love it. And now, I mean, I'm no more, because I told myself when I got angry then, I told myself, no more, I'm not doing nothing for the gram. I'm not doing nothing for applause. I'm not doing nothing for nobody. I'm doing everything I'm doing for myself. If my inner voice is not good, I mean, if my spirit doesn't go with it, I'm not doing it, period. It can wait. It can wait. So that's why it's like, oh, she's busy. She's always here. She's always there. But everywhere I am, I want to be. Hello? It's where I want to be. So it's not stress. So as a busy mom, busy whatever, and then, take out that word busy and just make sure that whatever and replace it with productive. So it has to start from sit down and assess the activities in your life. What are the activities that are bringing me closer to where I want to be? What are the activities? So for instance, if you're a mom and you're raising children, what's important? What are the important things with raising children? Okay, they need to be fed, they need to be, some of these things can be outsourced. Anyone that can be outsourced, please outsource it. There's no trophy. There's no trophy for God's house.
Our president tell me she's the queen of outsourcing. Like I learned from her how to outsource. I can't come and do myself. Like if you cannot do something, please outsource. If you don't have the money, ask somebody who you can do. Like, okay, can you do this for me? And then maybe we can.
Please help. There's no shame. There's no shame. So sort of audit the activities that you do, then you prioritize them. There are certain things that you cannot outsource. So maybe bonding time with your children, certain things that you feel, no, these ones are very important. These are at the core of, of building my relationship with my children or my family or whatever. Put those ones on top. Then every other thing that you can outsource, please outsource. And then if you might tell yourself, oh, how is expensive, I don't have money, I don't have this, then I just ask for help. I'll give you a scenario. So there was a time I was in my activity days. I got home and I was like, I'll tell myself, no, I'm not doing Indomie. It's only healthy food for my children. I will be cutting fresh carrots every day, cutting fresh vegetable, cutting kiniko, sweat. I will spend, you know what? You're barely finishing lunch. Then it's time for dinner. After spending, so that day I was in the kitchen and I was cooking and my son was trying to get my attention, right? So he was trying to talk to me, but I was tired and I was stressed. And my second son, he's quite a thinker. So he just looked at me and said, Mom, why are you stressing yourself? We can take cereal now. Don't worry, or tell us to do it. And true, I looked at myself, I was like, really, Shade, what is all this? What's wrong with yourself? They want you to sit down. They want to talk about their day. They want to talk to you. Because they grow so fast. Before you know it, they're 17, 18. They will be like, Mommy, leave my room. Mommy, you're disturbing me. And already.
Wow.
So you're focusing, you are majoring in the minors. And then leaving those important
what we call them, the unnecessary distractors. Unnecessary.
Sit down. Talk to your children. Talk to your spouse. The room can be dirty once in a while. Nobody's going to die. Please. All of you that are Madam finicky, create a system that works. And then sometimes things might just be, me, I'm surrounded by boys, men. As much as I'm trying to train them to be hands-on, sometimes they do my head in because I come, you have arranged somewhere before you know it is scattered. So now I've learned to look away. My sisters, my brothers, you will learn to look away. Before I'll tell them to do something, and the way they are doing it, my body is like, I want to get up and just take it. I'm like, let me just do it. I'll say, no, Shade, you're not going to do that. Sit down. They will do it. Anyhow they do it. They will do it. Anyhow they lay the bed, they will sleep on it. Yes. So that way, you remove stress from your life. Stress is the major cause of all the problems in this world. That's why you're always angry. That's why you cannot be productive. That's why you can't even have mental clarity if you are constantly living in the past. In the past or living in the future, you're always thinking, oh, I need to be doing that. Oh, I should have done that well. Oh, I shouldn't have done. Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh, I should. You can't be productive. You can't.
Hey, now you're talking to me. Let me summarize what you just said now. Now, first and foremost, everybody, she said the way for you to start practicing mindfulness, 1, take away busy.
Take it away.
What busy? Take it away. Take it away. Then bring in the word productivity. And I understand that because me, I can't stay in one place. You know me. I must be doing something.
Activity.
I remember December period though, when we should be resting, I'm looking for work. My body was shaking me. Really have to do something. See, if I God wanted to do with me, He gave me compulsory sleep. I slept for 3 days. I was sleeping. After cooking, thank you everybody. I can't sleep. Sleep. I want to ask my mom, what did I take? Did you give me any drug? Like I'm just sleeping. I knew my body needed to rest because I was tired. I had really gone back to back throughout the whole year, but my mind, I still wanted to do work. So sometimes we need to take away that word busyness and start thinking, okay, what is productive? What should I do? Like what you said about cleaning house. Me, I sweep my house every day. Like I literally sweep my room every morning. I can't stand there. You know me. But the last few weeks, I've learned how to. Then they don't look at don't see that. Don't see that because that time you're able to be cleaning, you could have used it for something productive. So I'm learning how to say nope, I'm not cleaning you. I am not sweeping you.
Especially when you work from home. Especially when you work
When
from
you
home.
work from home, you need to have that thing. Like, girl, thank you for reminding me. That you said, sit down and analyze your activity. Sit down and analyze your activities. The ones that prioritize those ones. The ones that you know that, okay, nobody can do this for me. No, okay, what is important? Which one should I do first? Which one should I do last? Then once you know that you can outsource, because outsource. Because outsource. There's some things that you don't have to do yourself. Like me at the point, when I started doing my veggies in my food, I said, okay, fine. At the point I found out the cutting was wasting my time. I found one lady in Instagram that does chop. So she chops for fries, chops for veggies. So
thank God for those people. We thank God.
I closed my eye and my bottom, and I found out that the money I've used to buy the normal fresh one I cut myself, everything was added together. I added together. We just added one small money on top for delivery. And it made life easier. I was comfortable because I'm a busy mom. I work from home, and I cannot allow myself to be distracted. I have to do my job. So outsource where you can. Now, where you don't have money to outsource,
ask for help.
Ask for help. I say this
no
because I'm
there's no trophy for burnt out mom.
I'm Superwoman, I'm Superman, and you don't break down. No. If you need help, if you don't have people around you, you can search online. We actually have people that help.
Involve your husband and your children first. Start with your constituency. Involve the husband and the children.
If you don't have your husband around to assist you, use your children. Like,
you and the children will do it together.
To do it together. I don't have, and I say this, I won't out of pride. Right now, I don't have a nanny or a house help for personal reasons.
Right.
So I found out that I was the one trying to do all the work myself. Excuse me, how old are these children? At their age, when you're not doing something, now there's some things I tell them, you do this, you do that, this is your reward. If you don't do your work, you don't get your reward for what you need to do. So I had to start telling them, do this, do that. And now, sometimes, I don't even mind them, they're doing it. And it has helped me. And for me, I am training my children. Yeah. And for me, it's an opportunity for me to also to fun. Like you said, look at things, make it fun. There's so many ways you can do this to make life easy for you, so that your awareness is there. I'm going to put wrapping up. And last thing you said, remove stress from your life by doing all these things. All right. Yes. So let's go to that question. So the person that asks, how different is meditation or mindfulness from yoga?
Okay, so yoga is a mindfulness practice. Meditation is a mindfulness practice. All of these things help you attain mindfulness. So the beauty of yoga is movement with breath. Of course, a lot of people demonize yoga, but that's another talk for another day. We can't even go into the details of that. But I tell people, yoga changed my life. Yoga taught me discipline. Yoga taught me stillness and helps me pay attention to my breath. So until God himself comes down and tells me it's demonic, I'm sorry, God, I don't know about that. Right? So yoga is a mindfulness practice, because in yoga, unlike normal HIIT exercises and all that, yoga, you're doing slow movements. Yoga will make you notice parts of your body you never knew you had, because you're stretching every part of your body and with breath. Okay, yeah, somebody says yoga helped me get over migraine. Absolutely. There are many, and I've gone through a lot of them because I've read a lot of books about yoga and the scientific reason behind many of the movements. So there are many. It's just so the benefits are out of this world, and it teaches you mindfulness, because, like I said, in 2020, when I was practicing yoga every blessed day during that lockdown, it was I know how my life changed. Do you understand? Because it's slow movements, focus. There are balancing poses you do in yoga that if you are not focused, you can't balance. You will fall. So it just helps you. Yes, it helps you pay attention. It will tell you, you know what? Calm down. It's not like gra. It's not gra, right? So yoga is a mindfulness practice. Meditation is also a mindfulness practice. Most times people merge yoga and meditation
together. Yes.
Together. Yes. Sometimes you can be practicing yoga without meditation per se, but sometimes you can merge them together, or you can practice meditation on its own, which is just sitting still and just observing observing your thoughts, observing your body, observing your emotions, and all of that. Okay, so that's what it is.
Okay. All right. So to wrap this up, well, what last words would you have to say to our people about taking this mindfulness seriously? Because we're in a time now where people are committing suicide, people are having mental health issues, either going crazy. How would you advise people to practice this? Like, just give us a last word why this is very important. We're not just here to just talk.
Yeah.
Why is all this talk important?
So if you want to improve the quality of your life, I mean, what's the point of living through life and then waking up one day at maybe 50, maybe 60, whatever age, and just wondering, what have I been doing? Where am I? Do you understand what I mean? So, mindfulness helps you. You are living in the moment. You are enjoying the moments. You are making memories. You are experiencing life. You are experiencing life. And I don't think anything compares to that. But you will see some people in there, because somebody says when you see people at their deathbed in their old age, there is nobody telling you they regret, I regret not making that money. I regret not. Many of times it's about just simple things. Like, I had all this money, I didn't enjoy my life. I had all this money, I didn't spend time with my children. I had all this money, I didn't take care of myself. That's what it is. So if you are in that phase where you have plugged yourself into the rat race, please remove yourself. Pause, slow down, and start living intentionally. Start living intentionally. And you will see the difference. Nobody will even need to tell you. Yeah, pause, slow down, and start living intentionally.
Slow down and start. I love that. Pause, slow down, and start living intentionally. Please, when we're doing recap, this part has to be very important. Pause, slow down.
Slow down and start living intentionally.
Start living intentionally. Yeah. Someone said, I legitimately sleep so peacefully after a yoga practice. So refreshing.
Then someone else said
someone said they used yoga during COVID lockdown when they gained weight and got overwhelmed. Yoga helped to ease the person's body. It's I like that. I'm happy to see these testimonies.
Yeah.
I like that part you say about you are going to wait for someone to come and tell you. God should come down and tell you that yoga is demonic. Because I know when I started practicing yoga, say, why are you guys nothing demonic?
I got a lot of backlash as well. I got a lot of backlash. People are saying, this yoga thing you're doing. No, you know that this one is shape of the sun. This one is. I said, well, God created everything. God created the sun. He created the moon. He created everything. He created everything for us. So please, excuse me.
It's not like that. Thank you so much for Blue Friday. So before we wrap up, I want to remind our CUALA members, our Eagles are here. We have our town hall meeting on 25th of March by 8 p.m. West African time. It's holding on Zoom. Please go to the link in our bio to try and register so you can join us for our town hall meetings where we'll discuss about so many things happening in our CUALA family. And then, of course, we're looking forward to a hangout with our sister institution, Landmark University Alumni Association. More details will be shared about that. And there's so many other things. Just check our social media and stay up to date. Hopefully, Sade, thank you so much for being here with us.
I just want to quickly, I have an offer. I have an offer for everybody on this live. Okay, no, but it's with the Happiness Center. It's with the Happiness Center. So, like, they've told me that anybody who wants to take the meditation course there, it's usually 50,000, but you can pay 35,000 if you tell them you're from Kick-Ass Mom. So if you say you're from Kick-Ass Mom, you can do the meditation course at the Happiness Center. This was so. Thank you so much.
So the Catholic kids too, because it's once in a lifetime. So if you want more details, just go to Mopolusha. Say, Madam, I won't go do one for there, and she will go to her.
Where am I from? My surname is Shonaike.
Oh, who's that?
Shonaike Ijebu Ipara. But I'm Ondo.
Look go your DM and continue this family meeting. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nena, for having me. Thank you.
Take care and make sure you stay well with your wellness. Very important. Keep your mind, your wellness, nutrition, everything, so you can stay well. So bye, everybody.
Bye.